God, I pee more than anybody I know. I swear to God, dude. Like, muscle is mostly water. So when you're trying to stay engorged and you're training a lot and you're trying to recover, I've been drinking so much water these days. Like, I'm drinking so much water that, like, I literally pee clear 3 times during my workout. Like, I pee so much and have to hold my pee that I feel like contracting my core and contracting my glutes to hold my bladder is progressively happening. Now, because I'm doing a lot of volume, that's why I am engorged. I'm not lifting as heavy and I can train more frequent. And the more often that you can train and get high quality sets, either through overload or through volume, that seems to elicit a response. And you know what's funny? What's funny is I'm actually getting stronger even though I'm not lifting heavy, because the amount of volume, my muscles are getting larger with volume. So then when I switch to a strength phase, I now have a higher capacity for strength. Now, I cannot lift super heavy. I cannot do it. So because I am unable to lift really heavy, I am relying on volume for growth. Volume! And I also have been using creatine, L-citrulline malate with L-arginine, which is good. Although L-arginine gets a better pump, I tell people. Nobody believes me, but I tell people this is true. It's so true. Just give me 1 second. I know you guys are gonna laugh. Holy shit, there's a lot of people in here now. But I tell you guys, I drink so much water that I just had to pee. What's up, guys? So the volume experiment is continuing. Dude, I'm doing a lot of crazy stuff on this workout, theoretically, stuff that shouldn't make sense. And what I've noticed is, because of the lifestyle, what do we got? OI, yeah, we're on a back country road, so there may be a little bit of, what do you call it? There may be a little bit of lag because of the signal. But yeah, so I hope you like the picture. That was me after I pumped up some arms a little bit. So yes, again, I'm getting kind of into like natural like physique and stuff, like nothing crazy. Like I don't want to compete. A few people have asked me that. I don't think I have the genetics to really compete, but what I do like to do is to get a massive pump. I love going into the gym and I love putting blood in the muscle. It's so fun. And I'm learning how to eat. I'm a professional trainer, so I know a little bit about bodybuilding, but training pure hypertrophy, I haven't done this in a while, because I typically do athletic training. But if you have any questions on how I've been training, and yes, to put it fair, my fault. To be fair, I've been putting in a lot of work, is all I'm getting at. Like I've been putting in a lot, like, whew. I've been putting in a lot of work, man, and I've been eating really good, and I feel like my body's adapting. So, for any of you guys who are curious about how I have put on my recent size, let me know, and I'll let you know how I did it. There's a lot of thought and a lot of science that has gone into my routine. Don't get it twisted. A lot. Lot. So, do not get it twisted. My routine is very instinctual. It involves, instead of doing linear periodization, right, like a lot of people do, I'm doing undulating periodization. Do you know the difference between undulating periodization and not? Anybody? Hi. Forgive me, I'm down a country road. Probably going to be mad at me because I'm like fiddling with this charger so my phone doesn't die. Anyways, let's pull this out. Put this here. Does that work? There we go. Anyways, yeah, so essentially, I've been using undulating periodization with a variety of reps. I'm trying to train every day for at least a year, but some of my training sessions are actually more recovery sessions because I'm putting a lot of stress on my body physically, not lifting heavy, but just a lot of volume. And what I mean by volume is, I mean like, imagine you had to go, oh, God bless you, what's up? I'm on a country road, getting ready to get home and eat. I got to the gym at like 7 or 8 this morning. I did some sauna and then trained for about an hour and a half or so. Hour and a half or 2. And now that training involved a few different body parts. So I only like to hit a body part for 20, 30 minutes, maybe if it's legs, 45. But all I do is go in there and do push-pull, quad to hammies, bis to tris, chest to back. What I do is I try to flush blood back and forth. And then in between that, every now and then, and I feel like, because I have injuries, I feel good, I'll do some heavy press-in or some heavy trap work or something. But more than anything, I'm just stretching the body and contracting in a bunch of different ways through a variety of rep ranges. So that's kind of my method. Now the food is where it's different. I eat a lot of food. Like, I sip on carbohydrates while I train. I take vasodilators like L-citrulline, so I get a pump with the beta-alanine. And I'm just trying to put more blood in my muscles. And by putting more blood into my muscles over a period of time, it seems to do very good. So. Now, I have eggs at the house. So, as far as food goes, the difference between me and other people, even though I'm doing a lot of volume, I'm paying very close attention to my nutrition. Am I eating some cheat meals? Hell yeah, I'm eating some cheat meals. I'm eating like some of my protein s'mores and stuff. But amongst my cheat meals, I'm typically eating a certain type of rice that I cook. I make it myself. Chicken sausage, eggs and cheese, yogurt, fruits, peanut butters, good whole foods. And if I train 2 times a day, remember some of those trainings are just about volume. Pump, putting blood. When I feel good, what I do is I focus on tension reps. So I don't care how many reps I do. I care only about how much tension. Sometimes I can generate more tension by going slow. Sometimes I can generate more tension by squeezing. Sometimes I can generate more with, so every exercise that I do It depends on where the muscle is on my body and how much tension and torque can I generate. The more tension that you can elicit through a muscle, the faster it'll grow. That's been the biggest change in my training since I got injured. And I was so surprised because I did not think I would grow muscle by lifting as light as I am. And I figured out, hell, you can lift a hell of a light weight and still get pretty massive if you're eating. Not to say I don't believe in heavy weights, because the biggest I ever was when I was deadlifting really heavy. But looking back, if I would have known how to properly hinge, I don't just mean deadlift, I mean hinge. I spent 30 days practicing how to hinge before I lifted weights. Think about that. I spent 30 days every day. I went to the gym and I did a 10-minute, 15-minute warm-up, retraining my body. And I have 2 herniated discs. I can get leg growth and hypertrophy size with less than 225 on a deadlift. I can grow my traps with 135 pounds. I swear, how you lift and understanding torque and tension and leverage. I'm 6'4", right? I'm 6'4", like 240 pounds, right? Holding some water, sure, a little, but I'm juicy. That succulent, juicy thickness is from volume. If you want that succulent, full look, you need to do volume training, or at least do volume phases, or at least every now and then do a heavy strength day followed by a hypertrophy day the next few workouts, like 3 or 4 days later. And also play with your frequency. Sometimes you grow more muscle by hitting a muscle more frequently, and sometimes it needs to be shattered with intensity. So do you guys have any questions in the chat? Let me check a text message real quick. Give me 1 second. Let me check this text message real quick. Do you guys have any questions in the chat as far as my routine, my volume, how do I eat, when do I choose to eat my carbs? Because I do carb cycle, right? I do carb cycling. How do I choose when to carb cycle? What do I eat before bed, before workouts, after workouts? Is nutrition important? Does keto work? Like, any questions that you have, this is a good chance. Okay. Now, time to eat. See, for me, carbs are not necessarily necessary to build muscle. But what carbs do is it keeps you full of glycogen. So essentially, I like to eat carbs. Do I always eat carbs? No. But if you're training twice a day like I am, and you want to enhance your recovery, carbohydrates are going to help you recover more between sets. I think so. Ah.